Hi everyone, you're watching Moneycontrol's Ideas for Profit with me Krishna Karwa. In today's video, I will be talking about the Q3 performance of Titan, which is one of India's leading jewelry, watch and eyewear companies. So, how did things pan out? Let's talk about the key highlights. Firstly, there was top-line growth across all segments and it was pretty robust. While margins in the jewelry segment witnessed a sharp uptick, those in the watches and eyewear segment were a bit of a disappointment, primarily because of heavy investments in brand building. So, going forward, which factors should investors keep in mind? Let me talk about this from a segment-specific perspective. I'll start with jewelry, which comprises nearly 80% of Titan's annual revenues. Firstly, expect store additions of the Tanishq brand to accelerate every fiscal year. The management has guided to add nearly 40 new stores, primarily under the franchise route every year. Second, expect product launches to accelerate as well, wherein new products under different categories may be introduced at periodic intervals during the course of a fiscal year. Thirdly, expect the gold exchange promotions to take place more actively, wherein old ornaments can be replaced and substituted with new ones with certain stipulations. And lastly, the product mix is expected to change more in favor of diamond and high value studded jewelry in the next 4 to 5 years, from the current mark of 25 to 30% each year to 40 to 50%. This would have a big impact in deriving operating leverage. Now, let me talk about the other two segments, that is watches and eyewear. So, three key pointers which one needs to keep in mind in this regard are: number one, new collections will be launched at periodic intervals during the course of the year on similar lines as what I mentioned in jewelry. Two, attempts are being made to rationalize expenses in a bid to boost margins. And three, impetus will be laid on boosting volumes by virtue of pricing products competitively vis-a-vis what the competition has to offer. So, which risk factors should you keep in mind in respect of Titan? There are 4 of them. Number one, seasonality being one of the key factors, wherein the second half of a fiscal year in respect of jewelry sales tends to be significantly better than the first half. 2. Reintroduction of Prevention of Money Laundering Act provisions can have an adverse bearing on demand of jewelry. Number 3. The eyewear segment of Titan has been a consistent underperformer since a long time, so it remains to be seen if initiatives taken by the management to boost profitability in this segment bear fruit. And number 4, an inability to normalize advertisement spends as a percentage of sales can also have a big impact on the margins. And finally, is Titan investment worthy at current levels? Well, not quite. That's because the stock, after a good Q3 set of numbers, has already rallied quite significantly in the recent past. In fact, it's almost on the verge of setting a new 52-week high, which means most of the moats that I spoke about are comprehensively priced in the stock's price, and therefore near-term upside or room for a meaningful re-rating in the near future is fairly limited. So on that note, it's a wrap on this edition of Ideas for Profit. Stay tuned to moneycontrol.com for more such news and updates. Thank you for watching.